So you're looking to sell a product that people actually want to buy. You want to lower the competition and make all the sales. Well, if that's the case, you need to set yourself apart from the competition so you're the one making all the money and your competition is making nothing. Basically, today we're going to talk about the 3 best ways to absolutely destroy your competition. What I did here is I took everything they could find on the internet and along with my own personal beliefs and what I found to be very successful and put it in a list of the top 3 ways to destroy your competition. In the start of Amazon and the start of e-commerce, what people used to do is they used to source products from China or whatever, wherever, and literally put up, generic products on Amazon. And in the past, this would work. In the past, this kind of stuff would sell because there really weren't, there wasn't that much competition. And this stuff still happens today. I'm sure you guys have found those listings out there that make like $50,000, a month, but they're literally the same thing as, anything you can source in China because they were first to market, because they have reviews, because they're kind of, set in their spot on Amazon and they really can't be dethroned. That's because they came in a long time ago. Nowadays, people are looking to list generic products from China also, but it's just not working that well. Now, it still is possible for it to work. It has still worked for a lot of people, and it's definitely something you can still do. Nowadays, though, there are 3 things you got to do to actually set yourself apart and to lower your, competition by putting out better products. Now, if that doesn't really make sense, I'll explain. Basically, what I mean by lowering your competition, by improving your product or your listings or whatever, I mean that, you put yourself in another class of product, you put yourself in another class that the other people are not there, they're not in there, even with a small modification or a small change. And let me show you guys those 3 things that actually could set you guys in that separate bracket. So basically what we're going to talk about first is pictures, okay? Obviously you guys know pictures, blah, blah, I've talked this to no end, but today I'm going to show you guys the benefits of something like that. So basically pictures, a lot of people think that you can just go up on Amazon and throw up random generic pictures and your product will sell. The problem with that is, I realize that people are starting off Amazon and they don't have a lot of money when they start. The problem with that is, pictures don't need to cost that much money. You can go on something like Fiverr and you can get professional pictures for like, $100 or $13 per picture. Literally $13 per picture. If you're starting off, $13 per picture is so much better than just using generic products that you find or generic pictures that you find online. If you guys don't want to spend that money, you can get a product, sample shipped from your supplier in China, shipped over. You can go on Craigslist even. You can find someone to take pictures for you for like $5 a picture. And the beautiful part of it is you don't even need to have, all 6 or 7 or 8 pictures done professionally. You can just have a few pictures done for you, maybe the white ones and a few, modeling pictures, with the product in a lifestyle setting. So, for example, if you're selling like a, iPhone charger or something like that, you can have it on a desk or blah, 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 something like that. And that's not going to cost you very much money at all. You could probably get away with like, $30-40 for all 4 of those pictures. The other pictures you can use, you can, kind of Photoshop the pictures yourself. If you don't know how to use Photoshop, then you can also go on, either Craigslist or Fiverr or something like that. And you can get Photoshop done like very, very cheap. You can even get it for like $6-7 or something like that. So that's one way of differentiating your products. A lot of people think, like I said, not only can you come in with a generic product, you can also come in with generic pictures and somehow beat your competition or somehow, have to get more sales than them. In reality, what's going to happen is it becomes a price war where the person with the lowest price wins. And that's never something you want to be in. That's never something you want to compete in because there's always going to be someone that's willing to take a smaller profit than you are. Or worse, maybe, you'll start competing with a Chinese manufacturer who can get, the product price so low that there's no way you will ever be able to compete with them. So that's the first way. The second way is bundling. I'm going to explain to you guys what I mean by bundling and what a super good way of finding out which, what to bundle with your product. So for example, let's go back to that iPhone charger example. What I want to show you guys is a simple way to find stuff that you can bundle your product with. If you have no idea what to bundle, this is a way. So this is one way, right? This guy has bundled it, and that's why he, has 202 reviews, and he's above in the rankings than this guy who has 6,700 reviews. Also, along with that, right, he put in 2, it's a 2-pack and 2, right? And it's $1 more. Basically, I pretty sure that the profits would be very similar on these. He also obviously improved the product, so he has 5 stars. This guy has 4 stars, but that's one way this guy did it. But let's say your product, your competition is not differentiated yet. No one has bundled anything. No one has done anything, right? Let's assume this guy doesn't exist. A way to know what your customers want to buy with this product is to go into the listing. And once you're in the listing, you just scroll down to this one beautiful section called frequently bought together. Now, as you can see, this product is frequently bought together with these, what are they called? The cubes, right? The charger cubes. So you can do this with literally any product. This is obviously a product you do not want to go into. These iPhone chargers are way too competitive. But for example, right, imagine as you can see, there's someone who has 6,700 reviews. Someone who has 202 reviews is competing with someone who has almost 7,000 reviews, which is absolutely insane. They're also charging a more expensive price. So that is something, that is a quick way to find how to bundle and differentiate your product. The third and final way to absolutely destroy your competition is to improve your product. Now, this might seem a little bit more difficult for you guys than it seems. Basically, what I mean by improve the product is to go into the reviews. So if you're here, go to the 1-star reviews, 2-star reviews. We'll just go into 1 for now, the 1 stars, and we'll read them. Let's read them and see what people are complaining about. What you do then is you go onto Alibaba, you find a manufacturer who can actually fix these problems for you. You explain to them what's wrong with the product, what you want to be fixed, what you want them to fix on the product, and then find a manufacturer that's willing to do that for you. So in this case, let's just read these, right? It says, was great, then 3 months later it stopped charging. Okay, what does this say? Light use, so it stopped charging. Okay, so it seems like this seems like it broke off. So tip broke off here. Very disappointing. Okay, another problem with a tip. So yeah, charging pin snapped off. Okay, so what you would do, so in this case, what I'm seeing is just that it's just bad quality. Maybe the wiring is a little off and the tip is falling off. So that's actually a pretty big problem. So let's go on Alibaba and I'll show you guys how you can go and find a supplier that's actually going to be able to make these modifications for you. So let's go to iPhone charger. Okay. Now that we're here, obviously you want to go trade assurance, gold supplier, and then we're going to go into the suppliers list. We're not going to look at the products here. We're going to go into the suppliers list. Okay. So wait, why did this uncheck? Go to the suppliers list, and once we're here, look at the manufacturers who have the most number of sales. The more sales they have, the bigger of the bigger company they are, and the more likely they're going to be able to kind of fix something for you and do something for you. So 340,000. Look for the ones with a lot of transactions. Someone who's probably going to be able to customize the product for you. So in this case, just keep messaging people and find someone who can maybe add more adhesive to the pin so it doesn't fall off, and also maybe get a better quality wiring in the product so that your product doesn't stop working after 3 months or 2 months or whatever they said. Another thing you can do with bundling is you can actually read the reviews, and sometimes the reviews will tell you what it's missing or what you need. Usually in the around 3 stars where people are kind of happy with it but they're not over ecstatic with it, they'll probably tell you something that you need. Basically everything you need to know about your product and your market you can find in the reviews. If the product doesn't have too many reviews, then you can look for similar products that to do with your niche, and you will definitely find stuff that your people are going to tell you everything that you need to know. So basically, guys, that's it. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you guys did, remember to like the video, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Lots of great stuff coming in the future. I will see you guys next time. Peace.